He stood in front of me, broad-shouldered, smug, and reeking of false confidence. The kind of man who believed muscles could compensate for manners. My wife's lover, the so-called alpha. "You need to let her go, man," he said, with that arrogant smirk. "She deserves someone who can keep up." His words echoed, slicing through the quiet hum of the cafe. He leaned back like a king in his own delusion, unaware that every syllable he uttered was already being recorded by my phone, nestled under my sleeve. I didn't flinch. I didn't blink. I just smiled. A small, deliberate curl of the lips, the kind that unnerves men like him. That was the moment he sealed his fate. My wife and I had been married for 8 years, the kind of marriage that looked perfect from the outside. 2 successful professionals, a modern house, laughter that sounded genuine in photographs. But I'd always known the difference between appearance and truth. In the early years, she used to look at me like I was her safe harbor. Gradually, that gaze shifted, first into indifference, then into disdain. I noticed the late nights, the new perfume, the phone face down at dinner. She thought she was clever. She forgot I taught her what clever looks like. The first time I suspected something, I didn't confront her. I observed. I adjusted my schedule silently, mirrored her patterns, tracked her subtle shifts. When she said she was working late, I parked across the street from her office, watched her leave at 9:47 p.m. sharp. She wasn't alone. The man with her, tall, cocky, gym-cut jawline, had his hand on her lower back. They laughed like 2 people drunk on deceit. Pain didn't hit me like a storm. It came as a chill, slow, steady, deliberate. I felt my pulse settle into something colder than grief, resolve. Over the next 3 months, I built my case. Not emotionally, legally, financially, psychologically. I recorded everything: photos, texts, bank statements, a digital footprint of betrayal. I even befriended her lover online, anonymously. He was easy to manipulate, the kind of man who believed his own myth. He posted gym photos captioned, "Be the man others fear." I made sure he'd soon learn what fear truly felt like. I shifted our joint assets quietly, moved funds, changed beneficiaries. My wife remained blissfully unaware, thinking she was fooling a naive husband. Then I waited for my perfect moment. When he asked to meet me man to man, I accepted instantly. I wanted to see the arrogance up close. He arrived wearing designer sunglasses indoors, pretending to be calm. He didn't notice the small blinking light on the phone under my sleeve. "She's mine now," he said, leaning forward. "Stop calling her. Stop showing up. You're embarrassing yourself." I let silence sit between us. Then I said quietly, "You really think you've won?" He laughed. "She's already told me everything about you. You're predictable." I leaned closer. "And she told me everything about you. You might want to check your messages." Right on cue, his phone buzzed. A new message from her, sent from my number. I had scheduled it the night before. A message she'd typed for him during one of their secret exchanges, confessing everything, every lie, every night, every secret location. Only this version ended differently. It included a line she'd never written: "I used you. He knows everything." His smirk faltered. His eyes darted, confused. "What is this?" "You should be careful about trusting married women," I said, finishing my coffee. "Especially when their husband's a cybersecurity analyst." That night, I went home to find her waiting, face pale, hands trembling. "You ruined me!" she screamed. "You sent everything to my boss, my friends. How could you?" I walked past her, calm, focused. "You ruined yourself," I said. "I just made sure the world saw it." She didn't know about the emails, her private ones, forwarded to her company HR from her own account. The photos, the messages, the receipts. I'd timed it all perfectly. By morning, she was suspended. By noon, her lover's gym brand was being flooded online with screenshots of his alpha advice juxtaposed with his affair with a married client. Sponsors pulled out. His reputation collapsed faster than his ego. 2 days later, he showed up again, this time at my gate. No sunglasses, no swagger, just hollow eyes. "You destroyed me," he said quietly. I studied him. "You confronted a husband to justify your affair. You thought you could humiliate me. What did you expect?" He clenched his fists, then dropped them, defeated. "You're a monster." I smiled faintly. "No, just a man who doesn't bark before he bites." He left without another word. A week later, I filed for divorce. Calmly, my lawyer presented the documentation I'd been building for months. Adultery, misconduct, financial redirection. She had no defense, no leverage. I walked away with everything: house, savings, peace. She moved into a rented apartment across town. Word spread.